Good morning, children. Welcome to the online classes. So, I hope you're all safe and sound during this lockdown period and following all the rules and regulations, orders given by the government of India. So, nice to meet you on this online platform. Hope you will enjoy these classes as you enjoyed the classes in our regular own school. Okay, so shall we go ahead? Right. So, biology. So, the first unit, as you know, it is nutrition, the food supplying system. I hope you guys are ready with your textbook, and also I want you to have a workbook in your hands. That will be a lot better to understand the lessons and the concepts. Okay, children, now what is nutrition? Intake of the nutrients is called as nutrition. Intake of the different food substances which are present in our diet is called as nutrition. Now you may get a doubt that what are these nutrients and where they are present. So the nutrients are nothing but the food substances which will give us energy and also help in our body building. These are the nutrients. Nutrients are those substances which gives us energy and also helps in our body building. So now all these nutrients are present in the diet which we eat. Because of these nutrients which are in our diet, we are getting the required amount of energy which is necessary for maintaining all our life processes which occur in our body. Study the modes of nutrition. We know that there are different organisms. There are very diverse organisms on the face of earth. You can, from the microorganisms to the man, you can find several living organisms living on the earth. So every organism will have their unique way of acquiring the food material and intaking the food material. So here we are going to see the different types of, or you can say different modes of nutrition in the living organisms. The first one we are going to study is autotrophic nutrition. So the plants are the best examples for the autotrophic nutrition because plants prepare their own food material. They will not depend on anything. They only depend upon the factors such as carbon dioxide and also sunlight and water and chlorophyll. So these are the only things which they depend upon. So plants, by using all these things, they can prepare their own food material and they will never depend on anything else. So here we are going to see what is autotrophic nutrition. We have been learning that plants prepare their own food material. So the first thing which they need is carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide they take it from the air, and also what they require the most is the sunlight, which they take it from the sun. The energy is given to the plants by the sun. And the third one is water, which they will take from the ground level. If they are very small plants or potted plants which are there in your houses, you pour the water to them. Otherwise, if there are several thousands and thousands of trees are there in the forest and all these trees and plants and shrubs and herbs, they get the water or they take the water from the ground itself. So all these things are very much necessary for the plants, and these are all the things which are being taken by the plants so that they can prepare their own food material. Basically, we are taking the carbon dioxide and water here. This carbon dioxide and water, using this both or utilizing these two inorganic substances, they are able to prepare the carbohydrates, proteins and lipids, which we have studied in the first class itself. So the carbohydrates and the proteins and the fats, all these things are prepared by the plant by using the carbon dioxide and water, of course by using the sunlight also. These substances which are produced by the plant basically gives them the required amount of energy, and all this energy will be utilized by the plant for its own activities, and whatever the rest of the energy is left, that will be definitely utilized by all the human beings and also all the living organisms which are on the earth. And here one thing we can say very clearly, that plant is producing food or giving food to each and every living organism on the earth. All the organisms are not able to prepare their own food material, but whereas the plants are able to prepare their own food and also feed all the living organisms on which are living in this earth. So we may say that my mother prepares food for us, and our grandma prepares food for us and all, but where all these things are coming from? All the food material which is coming from is nothing but from the plants. Now you may say that, sir, we are eating everyday chicken, meat and all, and all these organisms are depending upon the plants for their survival. So indirectly or directly or indirectly, they are, each and every living organism living on the earth is compulsorily or absolutely depending upon the plants for their food. Now let me introduce the next topic to you, which is nothing but photosynthesis, which you have been studying since third class or second class, something like that. So here the word photosynthesis is nothing but the process by which the plant prepares their own food by using the carbon dioxide and water, using the sunlight and also chlorophyll. They prepare their own food material. So this process is called as photosynthesis. So photosynthesis equation, the equation itself is very, very important, and the equation you can see right here, under here. So the equation says that the 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 12 molecules of water gives rise to C6H12O6, which is nothing but the glucose plus water, 6 molecules of water plus 6 molecules of oxygen. So now this equation is going to be the base of our photosynthesis process. So here we are able to see that carbon dioxide and water, when they react together, when they react in the plant with the help of the sunlight and chlorophyll, they are able to synthesize the food material for us and also giving out the water and also giving out the oxygen. Now this is an equation which is given by a scientist whose name is Van Niel. His name is Van Niel. In the year 1931, and the same equation is being followed even till today. So the equation says that now the carbon dioxide and water, when they react together with the help of the sunlight and chlorophyll, they give out the food material and oxygen and water. And we have to understand how far this is true, because the science will never depend upon only theory. Science always depends upon the experiment. So now here we have to confirm whether this experiment is, or this equation is really reliable or not. So now we will start our experiments basing on the same equation. So now we will go ahead with the first thing, that whether photosynthesis. Now we will do 7 experiments to make sure that this equation is reliable or not. The first one is carbon dioxide. Now they say that carbon dioxide is essential for photosynthesis. Now we have to prove whether carbon dioxide is really essential for photosynthesis or not. The next one is water, and we have to prove whether without water can the plant prepare their own food material or not. The third one is sunlight. Now we have to prove whether plants can prepare the food material in the absence of sunlight or not. And the next one is chlorophyll. Will they use chlorophyll in the process of photosynthesis or not. The next one is if the carbon dioxide is reacting with the water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, whether it is really forming the starch or glucose or not. So that is also we have to confirm. And the next thing is if this carbon dioxide and water are really reacting, are they giving out oxygen or not, or the gas which is released from the plant is oxygen or not. The next one is whether in this reaction whether water is produced or not. So all these different reactions we are going to see, and we are going to make sure that each and everything will go experimentally true. So the first one, we are going to see whether whatever the food material which is prepared is really starch or it is other than starch. So for this experiment we will take a few apparatus here, and the apparatus is as follows. So for this experiment we will take a beaker and also a tripod stand so that you can stand on it, and also we'll take some water and fill the beaker at least 75% of the water, and then we'll take a test tube and we'll fill the test tube with the methylated spirit. And now we'll keep this apparatus aside, and then we will take a leaf of a potted plant. We'll make sure that the leaf is well exposed to the sunlight. The leaf is very good green in color, and then it has received very good amount of sunlight. And then we will take this leaf, we will detach the leaf from the plant, and then we'll put that leaf in this methylated spirit or in the test tube, and then slowly we will lit the fire. You can see here I have drawn here, there is a candle like thing here. It is called as the Bunsen burner, which burns and gives a flame, and this particular flame will heat the water. At the same time the methylated spirit also gets heated. At the same time the leaf also gets heated. Now why we are doing this process? In this process what happens is the leaf will lose its green color. The leaf will lose its chlorophyll and will become absolutely pale in color. Absolutely pale in color. And then with the help of a forceps, see here children, we have to take the precautions of taking the leaf out with the help of a forceps, and then we'll keep the same leaf in the petri dish. And when you keep that leaf in the petri dish and observe, when you keep that leaf in the petri dish and observe, we can see that the leaf is absolutely pale in color. And then we'll take iodine solution, and then we will treat the leaf with the iodine solution. We'll pour some drops of iodine on the leaf. Immediately what happens is the leaf will turn into blue color, a dark, or you can say deep blue color. Why the leaf is turning into deep blue color? Because the leaf, when it takes the iodine solution, the starch which is in the leaf will react with the iodine solution and converts that iodine solution into blue color. So basically when this iodine solution is turning into blue color, we can clearly assume that, we can clearly confirm that this particular leaf has starch in it. So this is a basic experiment so that we can understand what is the substance produced in the plant. Okay, what is the food material prepared by the plant? So that is nothing but the starch, and we can make sure, we can confirm that with this small experiment. Let me repeat this experiment once again. We are taking a beaker, we are filling it with some water, and then we are taking a test tube, we are filling it with the methylated spirit. We are keeping this apparatus on a tripod stand, and we have taken a Bunsen burner which gives out a flame. We are taking a leaf which has a we are taking a leaf of a potted plant which is well exposed to the sunlight, and we are putting that in the methylated spirit and heating the water along with the spirit. So the leaf here, because it is in the methylated spirit, it will lose its color and becomes completely pale in color. And once it becomes pale in color, we will treat that leaf, we'll put that leaf in a petri dish, and then we'll treat that leaf with a iodine solution. And when this iodine solution comes in contact with the starch, immediately it converts into blue color, a deep blue color. So we can confirm that the food material which is present in the leaf is nothing but the starch. So this is the basic experiment, and we have to do the same experiment for all the experiments in the photosynthesis equation for confirming the carbon dioxide is essential and the water is essential, or the sunlight is essential, or what for all these maximum experiments. What we are going to make sure is we are going to make sure that the presence of starch in the leaf is must.